Hello and welcome to my second episode of my knitting podcast. Yeah, it has been quite a while since I filmed a knitting podcast, my first one. And I had many whips and I have been trying to finish as many as possible. I think when you see this, I just came back from holiday and my kind of goal has been to finish as many whips before we go on holiday. So yeah, I basically have been knitting like crazy. I also said yes, well no, I didn't say yes. I applied to a sample knit. If I didn't do that, I am sure that I would have been able to finish all of the like whips before my holiday, but honestly, the ones that will be like left as a whip when I leave for holiday, I don't really mind. Like, I did finish quite a few things. So yeah, let's start with the finished projects. Yeah, the first finished object, I wanted to dive into my pile of finished objects, but I realized the first object I am wearing. So this is, I don't want to say that I used the whole pattern. I especially just used the like custom stitches from the No Frill sweater by Petite. But I changed quite a few things. Like, it has a really deep yoke, as you can see. I don't know if I think it's like too deep, because as you can see, I've got quite a bit of positive ease, and when I raise my arms, like the whole sweater goes with it. But at the same time, I don't really mind. Like, I wear mostly dresses, so you know, it's fine. I don't really like the oversized fit of sweaters. I did a 2x2 bib also on the collar, and I did a folded collar as well. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. The yarn is by Lurga. I don't know how you pronounce the name, I'm so sorry. But yeah, her family has a flock of sheep. I think they are called Gotland sheep, and those are the sheep with like really curly hair. And so the staples of the like fiber, they're really long. I don't know if you can tell, but it almost looks like I've used mohair, but I didn't. I just held it double, but it really has such a beautiful halo. And yeah, I just held it double and knit the entire sweater out of it. I actually lost yarn chicken, and I had some Rauma fino in my stash, and I held it double with like one of the fiber tails yarn and one strand of the fino yarn. And I don't think you're able to tell, because I think I ran out of yarn around here and it just looks the exact same. I think that's crazy. So the sweater is quite cropped as well, but I do knit all my sweaters cropped, again because I wear them with dresses mostly. Overall, I'm really happy with this sweater. I haven't worn it much yet because it has been not that cold. I really needed like a grey basic sweater, and I do think raglan is my favorite construction, so I keep knitting all the raglan sweaters. And yeah, I really like this. It's super like oversized, it's really cozy, it's quite soft as well, and I think a yarn like this will hold up really well because it's like really strong. So yeah, I'm really happy with this sweater, and I'm really glad I finished it finally. Also, I did cut my bangs again, and I'm kind of annoyed with how they're like behaving. Anyway, second sweater I finished. This is the kintra sweater by the Creabea. It's just freshly blocked. I do have a hard time finding the front or the back. I honestly have no clue. I think I can tell when I'm wearing it, but I haven't tried it on yet, to be quite honest. Well, I did try it on, but I haven't tried it on since I blocked it. There are a few things with this sweater. Mostly, I think it's my fault because I was knitting this sweater. I was knitting away, and then when I was like almost at the end of the collar work, I looked at my needle and I realized that I didn't change needle after the ribbing. So I knit the entire collarwork part with the smaller needle, which obviously I wasn't supposed to do. But I didn't want to rip back. Absolutely not. So I decided to just go with it. I finished the collarwork in the smaller needle, and when I was at the end of the collarwork, I switched to a 4mm needle. So this part is quite like stiff, but not too stiff. Like, it's still kind of stretchy, as you can see. And yeah, I switched to a 4mm needle after finishing the collarwork. But obviously, like, the collarwork is a lot less long than the original pattern. So when I had split for sleeves, I think it was about here, and like my arm isn't going to fit. Well, maybe, but I don't know, it didn't look good. So I just looked up like a basic pattern for a raglan sweater, and I just knit according to that pattern for the sleeve and body stitches. Well, I didn't really follow the pattern, but it was more like a guideline. Then I split for the body, sleeves, and just knit the sweater as like usual. And also the short rows, I did them like a few rounds before splitting for the sleeves. First of all, I do like the look of this sweater a lot. I am going to insert like try on footage, so I'm really curious about how this sweater will be fitting me. But I do like the look of this sweater. But when I tried it on before blocking, I really didn't like how it was sitting, and I cannot blame the pattern because it's completely my own fault, but I don't really know. I mean, it does look a little different after blocking, so I'm quite excited to be trying this on. And I do really like the collar work. Hold on. I do really like the way the collar work looks. But yeah, it isn't like the best fit, I think. But also, I don't know, I do like the way my sweaters fit most of the time. So if this is like a little bit of a flop, then so be it. But I don't know, like as I said, I haven't tried it on after blocking. For the yarn, I used mostly scraps. And the white yarn is the West Yorkshire spinner yarn, like the DK one in white, I think. Yeah, it's just like a really basic yarn. It does feel like a little dry, if you will. I don't know, it's not my favorite yarn I worked with. But maybe I just didn't pick the right pattern for it. But I had 4 balls of it, and I thought it would be perfect for like a collarwork sweater, because then I would definitely have enough. But yeah, the kintra sweater, I do like the way it looks, especially with the white. Like, I really do like the look of it, but I don't really like the fit so far. But again, I haven't tried it on after blocking, but I also think I just made it like a little bit too big. I do like my sweaters oversized, but I do think I could have knit a size smaller, maybe even a few sizes smaller, and maybe it would have been a better fit. I don't know. At least I like the way it looks, and if I really don't like the way it fits, I might sell it or just keep it as like a sweater for around the house. But I don't think it's, at the same time, I don't think it's that bad. Like, I don't like the way like round yokes fit on me anyway, and I do really like the pattern. It's just the mistake that I made that kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I keep staring at it in the viewfinder. I do, again, really like the way it looks, and I do like that it's shaped with raglan stitches in a pattern as well. Like, even though I made the raglan stitches a lot longer, it was in a pattern as well, but because my collar work was a lot shorter, I had to do more raglan stitches, but it was in a pattern. So I do like the combination of these two, and I just hope that it fits a lot better after blocking, because it feels better, I have to say. So maybe I will end up really loving it. I don't know yet, because blocking does make a really big difference, of course. So yeah. So look at my mug. My third finished project, and this is a gift knit for a friend of mine, and it is the Maggie cardigan. I do have to add buttons, I know. I just closed it with stitch markers so it's easier to show, but I do need to add buttons. But yeah, this is the Maggie cardigan. This is knit in Drops Flora and Drops Kid Silk. I don't remember the color, but I will put it in the description. This is the back. I really like the construction of this. I had no clue what I was doing until I was quite a few rounds in of the last step of finishing the yoke. But I really like the way it looks. I also really like how the neck is shaped. So cute. So this is for a friend of mine. I'm so excited to give this to her, and also this is so her. I think it will fit her like so well with her like style and stuff. It's really soft as well. I hope she doesn't find it itchy, because I don't think she's like used to wearing wool. And also the color is really beautiful. I never knit something in this combination. I don't really use a lot of drops, but yeah, I really liked knitting with this. It's like really drapey, but at the same time still kind of sturdy. It is knit on 3.5mm needles, I think, so I think this definitely could be knit on a 4mm needle, but I think because it's knit on a 3.5, it is like drapey but sturdy, if that makes sense. Also really like the color. I have quite some yarn left. I think I only used like half of the yarn that was recommended, so I will have to see what I might do with that. Maybe I can knit like a little t-shirt with it, because I really like the look of like 3/4 sleeves in this color. Yeah, I think the back is so beautiful as well. I did Italian bind off on all edges. I also really like how the button band turned out. But yeah, this is a gift knit. I'm such a gift knit kind of person. Like, I want to knit all of the things for the people I love, which does take a little bit of time sometimes, but I finished it and I think it's stunning. I'm so excited to give this to her. I actually met her through my dog, because we both have a dog, and she's honestly like one of the sweetest people I've met. Sometimes I come over to her house and we drink coffee, and I actually go over to her house to drink coffee quite a lot. So sometimes when I'm at like a coffee place, I will buy some coffee beans for her, because I'm always drinking her coffee and she already thinks that's like too much. So I'm really curious to see how she will react to this. But yeah, I really like the way how this looks. It's so soft, and again, I'm just so excited to give this to her. I do have to put buttons on it. I really don't know what kind of buttons I'm going for. I did pick up some buttons and I did order some as well, but I don't know, it's kind of hard. I don't know if I want to go with like buttons in the same color or buttons that are like a little bit darker. I think I'm actually going to put the buttons on after finishing this video, so I can like wrap it and gift it to her before I go on holiday. Then I did finish some socks. I don't know, I'm always kind of like bored by showing you my knitted socks, but these are a pair of vanilla socks. They are knit in the Long Yarns Super Socks Alpaca, or It's a yarn with alpaca. They're really soft. They also have like a really pretty halo over them. I have made another pair in this yarn and they did felt quite quickly, which I don't really mind because it makes them stronger. But yeah, they will felt like really quickly. And I think I knit these on like 2mm needles because, yeah, tighter gauge, maybe they will felt a little bit less easily. I really like how these look. I just use my like very basic sock recipe for socks, which is just for 64 stitches, a double folded cuff, often twisted rib, knit until I think it needs a heel. Then I do the shadow wrap heel and then like the most used like standard toe. I really like the way these look and I cannot wait to wear these now because I wanted to keep them fresh for this video. And then I finished another pair of socks, which still need to weave in the ends. But I think I'm going to block these today as well. But these are quilty cabin socks, I think. I did knit a size bigger than I would usually, but I do find that with color work, it's always a bit like unsure if it will go over my heel. So I decided to just like knit these socks a little bit bigger and then decrease after or before knitting the heel. But these are now one of my favorite socks. I really like these. I love the color work. I decided to just do like one round of color work. Sometimes I see people do 2 or like the entire sock even, but I decided to go for just one. And also this is yarn that I dyed myself. Yay! It's not something that I want to do like a lot of, but sometimes it's really fun to do. It's quite hard. I did find it quite like stressful. So yarn dyes even have like more respect. Like also the fact that they can dye up a yarn and it looks like kind of the same every time. Like that's such a talent. I could never. But yeah, quilty cabin socks. Forgot the name, but I will link it in the description as well. Look how cute that is. The contrast yarn did get a little colored by my hand-dyed yarn, so I'm really curious to see what that will do when I block them. But I think I'm just going to put them in like cold water and then add like a little color catching thingy. So okay, my camera stopped filming. I don't really know why, but yeah, these socks, really exciting. And then I think we go on to my whips. Am I going to start with my exciting project or am I going to show my no, I'm going to show you my sock because, oh, that's not too exciting, but it's almost finished. I don't know where the other one is, to be quite honest with you, but as I said, I'm trying to finish all of my whips and I made quite a big progress on these. I think I will be finishing these before I go on holiday. It is Monday now and Friday we leave, so I might be able to finish them. I'm going to therapy on Wednesday and it's like almost a 30-minute walk there, and I always knit on my walk there, so I think I'm going to take these with me. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about these. Talked quite a bit about these in my previous podcast episode, I think. I'm using this Van Gogh yarn, Van Gogh. It's inspired or like dyed in the colors of his painting of the sunflowers. Really beautiful. They are really my colors except for like the bluish green color. But I don't know, I still kind of like it. I don't know if I will wear these a lot, to be quite honest with you. But I still really like knitting on these. So yeah, really quick showing this whip, but I don't know, it's a sock. Then, hold on, I think I'm missing one project. Okay, I thought I lost one of my projects, but it's just laying next to me. Hi, ons, wil je er even bij? Kom Also, look how cute. My dog is wearing her Harris tweed little scarf. So we both really autumnal. Wil je ook even hoi zeggen? Wil je hoi zeggen? Oh, hallo. Ja. Hallo. Hallo meisje. Hallo. Och, wil je even knuffelen dan? Even knuffelen. Ja, ik krijg je even veel aandacht. On to my next project. I think I'm going to start with like my summer knits that I don't think I will finish before holiday, but I'm kind of fine with it. So this is the Brighton tee. It's my first time like knitting or like doing summer knits this year. I did show this in my previous episode, I think. Hold up. So I did split for sleeves. I don't know who this is by again, but I know it's called the Brighton tee. I do think the neck is quite wide, but it's double folded, so I can put like some elastic in it. This is my first time doing like a double folded collar and then like purling the round that you like fold, and I don't like it. I don't think I'm going to do this again. It also like the purl round is kind of pilling already, even though it's cotton. But I do really like this tee, and I do think I will get like quite a lot of wear out of this. One thing I don't really like is the fact that the color change is like on the raglan stitch kind of. So it looks quite messy. I don't know if you're able to tell, but it looks quite messy. I didn't weave in like all of my ends yet, but I did not weave in all of my ends yet, but I don't know, that's the one thing about the pattern that I don't really like. And I think if I would knit the pattern again, then I would just change the like beginning of round marker to the middle. So it's like not before or in the middle of a raglan stitch. I love my poodle. So we bought this little like scarf in Scotland for her on her honeymoon. Hattie. So yeah, I'm really excited about this tee. I'm kind of thinking about taking it with me on holiday or just like finishing it like afterwards. It doesn't really matter if it doesn't get finished, you know. I do think I'm going to like knit a few more rounds on the body and then go on to sleeves and finish the sleeves first. I just really do like doing the sleeves first, not because of yarn chicken, because I definitely do have enough, but I just really like it when you finish the body, the whole thing is finished. So yeah, the Brighton tee. I do really like these colors as well. When I bought yarn for this, I didn't realize that the stripes is like 2 colors, but I did have some other cotton left, so it was not a problem. Oh, happy. So, does anyone else like give their dog so many kisses as well? Because I could give her kisses all day. Okay, so yeah, Brighton tee. Really excited to be working on this actually. Sometimes you just have to do a knitting podcast to like get excited about projects again, I feel like. Then, and oh, also, I don't know if I showed you this actually, but I made this project bag. Can you tell? It's like a patchwork project bag with like a boxy bottom and stuff, and it is lined, it has pockets. I'm thinking about doing project bags for my shop, but that's a little bit of a scary thought at the same time. But yeah, look, so cute. Soils, stinky. I did make another project bag as well, but I will show you in a bit. So then this is the other project that I don't think I will finish before holiday. So the Brighton tea and this project will be the two ones that probably will be left behind, which is fine by me. But this is my second summer knit. It is my first time knitting a camisole, trying not to lose stitches. First time knitting a camisole. This was a bit of a disaster, I have to be honest. I don't know if I really like it either, but this is the Allure camisole. I will always forget the names of pattern makers, but yeah, I don't know if my gauge is off, but at one point I joined like all the 4 bits and I didn't realize it was too big until I tried it on, because I wanted to do the straps first, and I had like this much of positive ease, maybe even more, I'm not kidding. And I'm sure that it was a little bit my fault because I probably wasn't on gauge, I didn't check. But at the same time it was so much positive ease that I ripped it back quite a bit, joined all the like 4 cups again, and now I think I do like the fit. One thing I also don't really like about the pattern is the way the like edges look. Next time I will make like a camisole, I think I want to do like an I-cord edge, because again I just don't really like the way this looks, especially on the bits where they join together. I mean, this bit isn't too bad, but like for example here you can kind of see it. I do still need to weave in this end, many more ends by the way, but at the same time I don't think I can really say much about it because I haven't finished yet. Actually, I might be able to finish this before Friday. It's quite long already, and I think because of the straps it is longer than I like realize. Oh, I'm sitting so like not comfortable because I have Otti on my lap, but I don't want to like put her on the ground. Yeah. So yeah, I'm truly like this because she's kind of in a way. Hold on. Yeah, I do still like this. I mean, I really casted this on quite like a whim. I had to go to the doctor's and then I had like therapy in like the afternoon, so I had like a few hours to kill, and I decided to just stay into town, and I decided to like buy myself some cotton at Grenne and cast this on. So I did have like a really lovely afternoon casting this on, and like working on it. It's like a really easy knit. It's also a great like movie theater knit. So I am excited to finish this. I still don't really know like what to think about summer knits. But I do already like them a lot more than last year. So maybe next year I will actually like start on time with my summer knits and like wear them when I still can. Even though I think like summery tops like the Brighton tee I will wear like all year round. So you know, you can even cast on a summer knit that's a tee in the winter, I think. Especially when you wear a lot of layers, which I do. Klopt, yeah. So, oh, hello. Allure, I don't know how to pronounce it. Camisole. I do keep staring at it. I also hope it doesn't like grow too much, but yeah, I do like it. There are like a few small things that I don't like, but they are small things, you know, like I don't really mind them. It's just that I think next time I will cast something on like this, it's something that I know now and that I will like keep an eye on. It's also like a really easy pattern. I did have to do like provisional cast on, but because I was not at home, I didn't have a crochet hook, so I did like another one where you don't need a crochet hook, and it was quite tricky. It took me a little bit to get the hang of it, but yeah, it is a fun summery project, like especially when it was like too hot to really knit something. I really enjoyed working on this, but now it's getting colder and I just want to knit all the sweaters. Lastly, the project I will be showing you is a really exciting one. I have a friend, well, she's like an internet friend, we video talk occasionally. She's called Femke, and she has a beautiful company called The Mindful Creators, and she's a yarn dyer. And I think like a few months ago she did like a little call for sample knits, and I was too late, which I always am. So now when she announced that she was doing like the sample knit again, I set all the alarms and I was like, I want to apply, and she picked me, and I'm so excited. I am so in love with this project. Like, can you see me smiling when I'm talking about this? I'm obsessed. I am absolutely obsessed, which is funny because the colors she chose for this sweater are colors that I would never wear myself. Like, I don't want to say that I hate purple, and I have started appreciating purple a lot more, but it's not my favorite color, and I will never wear like a purple sweater. Same goes for like really bright colors. I like looking at them, I really like knitting with them, but I would never wear it myself. But working on a sweater, I think the colors are so stunning that I'm almost like, I want to make this for myself now. And that says something about like her ability to dye yarn and how amazing she is. So let me show you the sweater. Also, it is in a project bag that I made myself. I don't know if anyone else like has this thing as well, but when I go on holiday, I have to do all of these things before leaving. I'm really sitting like this, I'm sorry, but I don't want to like, she needs space. We are a package deal. But yeah, what I was saying, I want to do all of these things before leaving for holiday. I know now already that a lot of things are not going to happen, but one of the things I really wanted to do was like making a project bag where I could like put all of my projects in, like a what do you call it, like a bucket bag. I really like those kind of project bag styles. I really like, hold on, this one as well, but I wouldn't like really wear this one like as a bag. I mean, I can, but don't want to. So I made this one. I really like how it turned out. I did run out of fabric, so the inside of the straps are green, and they are a little bit shorter than I would have wanted, because when it's closed I cannot really wear it as a bag, which is a bit of a shame. But I still really like how this turned out. The only thing that I didn't really do well is the inside, the lining. The lining isn't the best, and I know there will be a time when I go back and fix it, but for now I'm gonna leave it like that, and I will take it with me on holiday and like put all of the projects in there, which I'm so excited about. But yeah, the sweater I'm sample knitting is the dopio sweater, and you can like knit it different ways or like use different yarns. You can like use a DK weight with the lace, you can use two fingering weight yarns with the mohair. You can do whatever you want basically, and it's knit on a 6mm needle. I finished the body within a week because it has truly been my obsession. She picked the most beautiful colors for me. I mean, on one hand I would have loved to knit it in like this like brownish color, brown yellow. She also dyed. Okay, you leaving? Okay. Okay, I can sit normally again. On the other hand, I would have loved to knit it in like a color that's like typical me, but I do much prefer a color like this. But as I said, I would never pick a color like this, but it's just so much fun to knit with. Oh, I'm really annoyed by my hair, I'm sorry. So, let me show you my sample knit. I think when this comes online, our colors are live. I mean, obviously, I'm filming this like 2 weeks in advance probably, but I have to wait before the colors go live. Again, obviously. And I think if you're seeing this, I already finished this actually. But this is the dopio sweater, my sample knit of the dopio sweater. This is the front actually. How stunning is this? Oh my god. I just started on the sleeve yesterday, but as I said, I finished the body within a week. The body has quite a bit of shaping. I don't know if you can tell, but it goes like this a little bit. It is so stunning. It is so beautiful. It is so soft as well. I wish you could feel this, but I honestly think this is like one of the most luxurious yarns I've ever knit with. Beautiful. But also I never did a sweater that has like this kind of like raglan shaping as well. Hold on. But it goes a bit like this, if that makes sense. I don't know if it was me, but I didn't find it like the easiest pattern. I think it's also because I've knit quite a few raglan sweaters by now, and this was different. So I think I had to start over like 3 times. But I just really had to like sit down and read the pattern properly and not just do what I think I needed to do basically. So it wasn't a pattern, it was me. But yeah, I am absolutely obsessed. Look at that. Okay, camera quit filming. But yeah, I mean, this color doesn't even look like too weird on me. But yeah, as I said, we'll never pick a color like this, but it's the best thing to knit with. I am so thankful for Fem for like sending me the yarn to knit the sweater, even though I'm sending the sweater back to her. I'm having so much fun with this. It's amazing. This makes me so happy to look at. I'm really excited to be on Sleeve Island actually, and my goal is to finish this before leaving for holiday on Friday. I think I can do it, and even if I won't finish it on time or like before holiday, I will still have like a week left to finish it, because it has to be finished October 10th, I think. Like it has to be at a house by then. So I can take it with me on holiday, but I have been doing a lot of like gift knits and gifts and like projects for other people, which I'm doing myself, and I do it because I love doing it. But by now I really feel the need to like make something for myself again. So I want to finish this before going on holiday. But I think if I knit on this like every evening this week, then I will be fine. So yeah, I don't know, I'm obsessed. I will also show you the yarn. I have never knit a sweater like this with 3 strands of yarn held together, and I also really like the colors she picked because they go so well together. So these two are just like a fingering weight, and then we have like a lace yarn. And yeah, I will link her in the description obviously, but look at these. I also think these colors will like suit her so well. I don't know, some people are just, they look amazing in all of these colors. I have a friend that like likes wearing like really bright colors as well, and she always looks so amazing, but I don't like it on myself. Like I want to wear like all the earthy tones and like the boring kind of colors. So yeah, my first sample knit. Honestly, I don't really know how you like get into like sample knitting, but it's honestly something that I would like to do more of because I'm finding it so much fun. I'm also really curious to see how this will block out because it is like really drapey, but also sturdy at the same time. Like sometimes you have a project that's like really drapey and then you block it and you wear it and it will like really stretch out over time. I don't think that that will happen with this yarn. It feels good but drapey, and so soft. This is truly like the softest yarn I've ever touched. Like, not a joke. Truly. Yeah, I want to keep staring at this. I'm really excited to continue with this in the evening. And with that, I think I've showed you all of my whips and all of my projects, and I'm excited to like start wearing my socks, my sweaters, and I think I'm going to do a cast on party with myself on holiday. I have some plans I want to knit. I think for all knitters, like this is the most exciting time, like when autumn starts and you can like start wearing your knits again and like start all the autumnal projects. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm also so excited to be going on holiday like when autumn is starting. We are just going like for a week in the Netherlands itself. We are going with Ottie, the dog, who sat with me almost the entire video. Yeah, it will be our first time taking her with us on holiday, and she is quite the dog. She's a lot. She's lovely. She's the sweetest, but she can be a lot. And I'm really curious to see how that will go. But it will be fun, and I will be doing a lot of knitting. Yeah, I have one project in mind that I will be casting on definitely, and then I have to find something else that I don't really know yet, but I will leave you with this. I will see you in my next episode, which I think will be a lot quicker than the time between these two, because I'm going to do a lot of knitting in the upcoming months, weeks, whatever. So bear with me. Yeah, thank you for watching. I still find it really weird to talk to a camera. I keep saying this, but nothing makes me more self-conscious than like seeing myself talking. Don't really like it, but I do like talking about knitting just too much, so I will keep doing it. Yeah, okay. I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye.